Hey everybody, how's it going? I hope you guys all had an amazing Thanksgiving, and in today's video, we kind of go out and break down a lake that I've always been intimidated by. I've gone there 3 times now. One of the times I was a backseat, and it was just a typical like early year tournament. One fish, like 1 2-pound smallmouth won the entire tournament. So pretty much everybody skunked, and I was a coach, so I had no say in what I wanted to do. And the other time I was young and I had also no idea what I was doing at that time. So we've always been intimidated by it, and I finally forced myself to go out and just mess around and have fun on the lake, and it was a lot less intimidating than I thought it was. It is a tricky lake though. I feel like everything looks about the same and the weeds are deep, and it's just not really my style of fishing, but we went out and we managed to find 2 good ones, and in this video I drew up a little picture for you guys can kind of see what I was seeing on LiveScope and how like the bank was kind of looking and how the drop off were and kind of where the fish were located at. So I drew up a little picture for you guys, and we're gonna be talking about like the rods I use and the techniques I use. So yeah, I hope you guys like the video, and let's get right into it. All right, so for the first technique that I use to catch the first fish of the day is this is a 1/16 Vikes tungsten prop head, and then this is a Demiki FFS minnow, and it's a super light setup. And so with that, I'm running 10-pound Daiwa X8 braid and then 6-pound or 7-pound FC sniper. And the reason why I run the lighter, thinner braid is that way you get a lot more casting distance with the light braid. And for a rod, this is the Stick 5 light finesse rod. So it's a great combo, especially for drop shots, light Ned rigs, Demiki rigs, you know, any sort of light finesse techniques. And the second setup that I used is this is the Daiwa Tatula, and this is my drop shot combo, and I had it about a foot up from the weight, and it's just a Berkeley flatworm. Nothing special, nothing too special about that, and I was just working it. I was just dragging the drop shot. One thing I noticed when I was using this minnow is I would see the fish on the bottom, and then I'd cast the minnow. Especially, I saw a few giants. Like, they came up off the bottom, they unglued, and then they just never committed to it, and so that's when I threw the drop shot, and we got that one to eat. But I think if I threw the drop shot a bit longer, and of course my graphs didn't die, I would have probably ended up catching a bit more fish. But it is what it is. We live for the next time. But yeah, those are the 2 setups I was using, and I'll kind of describe to you guys what I was seeing. Okay, and so I drew here on a whiteboard kind of how the bank looked and what I was seeing on my LiveScope. Next video I will have my LiveScope recording so you guys can actually see the fish interacting with my bait. But so right here, this would be just the bank and the weed line. So I was seeing the weed line about in 15 foot, not very tall, it was pretty short. And then after the weed line, there would kind of be the drop off, or where it kind of gets a bit more steep. And the drop off usually would be in that 20 to 25 mark. Some part of the bank I saw it even in 30, but I would see the drop off, and the fish would kind of be right at the bottom of it, like where it finally drops and then flattens out again. So they would be right at the bottom of it, and then up here, you know, some parts it was really steep, and sometimes some parts it kind of just gradually fell down. I noticed a lot of little fish swimming in it, so a lot of perch. I saw some bait balls, but not a whole bunch. But I saw fish activity in there, and so that's what kind of led me to think, you know, these fish are outside of this weed line, and they want to be more down at the bottom, where it's a little bit deeper, but then they can go up, swim 10 foot up, and go eat perch, and then drop right back down where it's a little bit warmer. But yeah, so I caught all my fish pretty much in 20 to 25 foot. And then some other parts of the bank I saw, which I never caught any of them. I honestly didn't really bother casting at them too much. I casted a few, I got some to react, but I never got any to commit. So right where that first drop off would be, there would be kind of another like secondary ledge almost. And I saw fish, I mean, all day in 35, 40 foot, but I couldn't really figure out what they were. They weren't really, I don't know, they weren't acting very bassy, so I didn't really spend too much time on them. But I saw them a lot on that secondary ledge, and then same thing, like that first drop off, I saw them also where it'd be kind of flatter. And obviously it's not just straight up bottom, there's rock, there's still little parts of grass everywhere, and There's stuff all in here. So they were all down here. They'd be on the bottom, and then I'd cast at them, and then they'd come up and react. So yeah, that's what we were looking at. We found that weed line, that little drop off, and they seem to be right off that drop off in about 20 to 25 foot. Anyways, I'll roll a clip of the fish I caught and kind of what I was doing and what bait I was using. So hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you do, make sure to like and subscribe and be ready for the next video. Next video, we're probably going to be doing another lake breakdown on a bigger body of water, and I will have my live scope footage on there, my side and down scan footage, and kind of talk more in depth on what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, and just kind of what I'm seeing out there. So be ready for that one. That should be up next week. So thank you guys for watching, and see you later. Never thought I'd say this, but we finally caught a fish at this freaking lake. And that's a nice fish too. On that rig, we're just using a little ball head with a minnow on it. Fish came up for it. Oh, this is a good fish. Dragging the drop shot. Woohoo. Wow. Well, that's a good fish. Crush the drop shot. Oh yeah. It's a good 4-pounder probably. It's probably high 3s. But yeah, he crushed that drop shot. Right at the top. Yeah, that's a nice fish right there. Yeah, so that fish, we were just dragging a drop shot and I felt the thud. That's a healthy fish. Yeah guys, so that fish, I casted that drop shot and then I just kind of was dragging it on the bottom. And then for the bait, let's see here. I'm just using a flatworm, pretty basic setup. And then we're using a 1/4 ounce tungsten, or just a normal lead drop shot weight. And yeah, that fish absolutely smoked it. So like this spot that I'm fishing, I'll put it up on the screen now. There's really not much to it. It's a steep gravelly bank, and I'm kind of fishing. I'm fishing the steep part of it where the bank has a big weed line, and they seem to be off the weed line, and then kind of where the drop off is, and that's where I'm catching them. Alrighty, everybody, that about sums up the video for today. If you guys liked this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Next video is going to be a pretty awesome one. It'll be a little bit longer one. This video is cut short due to my batteries dying in my boat. But anyways, I'll catch you guys on the next video. Peace.